Louise, and this is Sky. And today we're going to show you how to put a foot bandage on a horse's hoof. And the reason why we put hoof bandages on a hoof is for a number of reasons. Number one, your veterinarian or your blacksmith may actually have to treat or try to promote an abscess to come out. The second reason is that they might have a sole bruise that they need some protection. The third reason may be they have thin soles or have gone through a bout of laminitis and you need to actually tape a pad on their foot. And the last reason may be trauma or an infection of the soft tissues like the frog of the horse's foot. So those are the reasons why we like to put a hoof bandage on. And now we're going to go over some of the supplies that we need that are going to be important for the hoof bandage. So the supplies you're going to need for the bandage will be, first and foremost, you're going to need a hoof pick. And you want to clean the hoof out really well and get all the dirt and debris out. The second thing you'll need is a topical liniment, depending on what your veterinarian or your farrier recommends. Here's a few common ones. Magna paste, which is a Epsom salt paste, sometimes used for bruises and to promote abscesses or to treat opened abscess. Ichthymol, which is also really good to use, is more of a drawing agent for trying to promote an abscess to rupture. And lastly, iodine-based products are good for hardening the sole and also for treating draining abscesses. So these are the first products you're going to apply to the hoof. You can use a Telfa pad, a poultice pad, or if you've had a horse that has thin soles and you're worried about sole protection, such as in a laminitic horse, foundering horse, a hoof pad. The next layer is going to consist of padding the horse's pastern so they don't get a sore. And the product that we recommend is called Specialist cast padding, and it conforms nicely to the heel bulb and to the pastern, very easy to use. The next layer would be vet wrap, which everyone's familiar with. And thirdly will be either duct tape or elasticon. And the reason why we use duct tape is because it's inexpensive and works really well as a waterproof protective layer. And sometimes we'll use elasticon if there's snow and ice because it has a little more grip to the snow than vet wrap. And lastly, scissors are good to have on hand and a towel as well.
Today I'll be demonstrating a duct tape bandage. It's a multi-use type bandage. It creates a square with the duct tape, which is useful in the bottom of the hoof when you want to bring the duct tape up over the hoof and secure it. It allows you to use more duct tape and layer the duct tape so they end up being a little bit stronger and they last for more than one day. Now when putting one of these together, you can use any flat surface such as a wall or a table, just making sure that it's clean and doesn't pick up a lot of dirt. You'll start with any duct tape. Your heavier duty duct tape is of course always better. You'll apply it in strips, and depending on the size of your horse's foot, it should be anywhere from about a hand to 2 hands long, depending on the size of your horse's foot. The horse we'll be doing today is a draft cross, so she has a decent sized foot, so I'll make this about 2 hand lengths long. You'll want to overlap your tape just by a little bit, maybe ½ an inch or so, doing your best to keep them about the same length. You'll want to apply several strips, keeping in mind not just the length of the foot, but the width of the foot. That should be enough as far as lengthwise. Now what you'll do is overlap it, going horizontal with your strips, leaving about 2 inches of tail at the top and extending it maybe 2 inches beyond on each side. Once you're done, you can take it off the wall and adjust it to fit the size of your horse's foot. So you can trim the tails down to make sure that it fits pretty well and doesn't get above the line of the coronary band and into the hair. It sticks best to the hoof wall itself. And we like to take a little extra piece and form an X across the center. And there's your duct tape bandage.
So the first step is going to be to clean the hoof and frog out adequately. The next step is going to be to apply your liniment, and in this case I'm going to use the Epsom salt paste and the Telfa. So you grab your liniments, and you can apply it to your Telfa pad, and then you can wrap it around the foot. And at this stage you can trim your Telfa pad if you want. Then our next step is going to be the cast padding, which you want to cover all the hair. So you go around the heel bulbs, and then you go into the pastern just below the ankle. Then our next step is the vet wrap, which you can put on pretty snug. You don't want to pull it too tight, but you want to kind of pull the crinkles out. And you want a little bit of white to show above the vet wrap. So I leave a little white strip above the vet wrap so it doesn't get too tight. And then you can roll the vet wrap over the hoof. And lastly, your duct tape patch centered with cuts down diagonally allows you to fold the ends over. Just like that. And then at the very end, I like to take the duct tape and cover the vet wrap so it's got a nice waterproof layer. So depending on the problem and your veterinarian or farrier's recommendations, these can usually stay on a day to up to 3 or 4 days at a time, depending on how the animal wears the bandage and where the animal's located. But most typically they last a few days, and then you can repeat the process by removing the bandage, cleaning the foot, and going through the process over again.